So, expenses are the amounts of money that you spend every month to pay for the necessities that you need to pay for. So, you probably haven't really seen that since your parents have been paying for it. But you're going to be going out in the real world real soon, and you're going to want to know how to pay for those expenses so you don't run out of money by the end of the month. There are services like the Consumer Credit Counseling Service that are nonprofit organizations that help people with debt reduction or to make a budget. To assist in estimating cash flow, the CCCS may publish percentages of income that should be sent on various expenses. These are right here. You can pause the video and take a look at them. I definitely think you should write them down in your journal because you're going to be using them quite a bit in this unit and in units in the future. Note that essentials are 2% for men and 4% for women. Why is beyond the scope of this class. 15% for transportation may include a gas, maintenance, and insurance, and that mad money is for discretionary expenses. Necessities include housing, utilities, food, clothing, essentials, medical, like medical insurance, savings, and maybe even transportation. If you have a car payment, you have to pay for gas, insurance. Discretionary expenses include mad money. That's it. So if you look at your expenses as a pie chart, like that hamburger we talked about in withholding, you can see that housing takes out a considerable chunk. 30% of your income, or your net earnings rather, or your take-home pay, has to come out of your paycheck to pay for your rent or your mortgage. Utilities like gas, water, electricity, that's $6 for every $100, or 6 cents for every dollar goes towards that. Food takes about 20% of your budget. Medical 6%, clothing 7%, transportation is 15%. It costs a lot to pay for gas and insurance, or even a car loan. Savings is a nice chunk. It's not even as much as what they actually recommend, which is about 20-25% of your income. But here they're being reasonable. Put away $8 out of every 100 away in the bank for a rainy day. And essentials are 2% or 4% for women. And mad money, 2%. You're not supposed to spend a lot. You're not allowed to spend a lot of money on iTunes or going to the movies or whatever. So looking at your money as a budget or a pie chart and taking that money away to pay for the things you need, you realize that you don't end up with a whole lot in the end. But if you stick to a budget, you end up being able to pay your bills and not ruining your credit history. Now that we've looked at some different types of expenses and the percentages that they cost, now let's look at some guided practices so that we can see exactly how this works in the real world.